Hello baseball fans, this is Anthony with Bleacher Bums Gaming, and we are back for Game 6 of the 1978 World Series replay featuring Glory Days Baseball. And there is a tutorial posted last week on this game if you want to take a look at that. This will be possibly the last game of the series, as up until this point, through the first 4 games, the series had mirrored what happened in real life, with the Dodgers taking the first 2, the Yankees coming back to take games 3 and 4. But the Dodgers broke through in the last game in the replay, a game they lost 12-2 in real life. They took 5-4 in the replay, behind some timely power hitting from Reggie Smith and Steve Garvey. So the Yankees now are facing elimination as the series shifts back to Los Angeles. Don Sutton, who has modifier adjustments of -1 contact versus left-hander, -2 versus right-hander, and strikeout and walk adjustments. No adjustment to walks, +5 to strikeouts versus lefties, and -2 to walks, +9 to strikeouts versus righties. And he is facing Catfish Hunter, making his first appearance in the series. Hunter has a contact modifier of -2 against lefties, -3 against righties, and his walk and strikeout modifiers +3 to walks against lefties, no modifier to strikeouts, and against righties it's -2 to walks, +6 to strikeouts. So in real life, of course, the Yankees won this game 7-2 to capture the World Series, as Reggie Jackson hit his fourth home run of the series off of Bob Welch to put it out of reach in the 7th inning. And this time, in real life, the Dodgers brought back Don Sutton on 3 days rest to pitch this game, and the Yankees, with a 3-2 series lead, chose to rest Ron Guidry for a potential Game 7 and pitch Catfish Hunter. Ideally, in this situation, it would be Guidry getting the start today, but we're doing as played, so we will go with that and hope for the best to see Guidry against Tommy John in a potential Game 7 matchup that did not occur in real life. So lineups for the Yankees: Mickey Rivers in center, Roy White in left, Thurman Munson behind the dish, Reggie Jackson the DH, Lou Piniella in right field, Greg Nettles at the hot corner, Jim Spencer gets to start at first, second game in a row, Willie Randolph at second, Bucky Dent at short. The Dodgers: Davey Lopes at second, Bill Russell at short, Reggie Smith in right, Steve Garvey at first, the Penguin Ron Cey at third, Dusty Baker in left, Rick Monday in center, Joe Ferguson behind the dish, and Vic Davalillo is the designated hitter tonight. So we are set to go. Mickey Rivers is up against Don Sutton. This will be contact off Sutton's card to start the game. And 55 against the left-hander, pops him up, and that's going to go to Ferguson behind the plate. So 1 away, F2 in foul territory, Roy White up. And 10, White versus the left-hander, and he's going to draw the base on balls, no modifier from Sutton, so the Yankees have a base runner as White goes down to first base. That brings up Thurman Munson. 71, that'll be contact off of Sutton's card. 58, and that'll be a pop fly to third base. Say, venturing into foul ground, takes care of that. So 2 pop-ups and a walk to start the game for Sutton, and Reggie Jackson steps in. They need some of that Mr. October magic right now. 89 and an 8 will be contact off Jackson's card, so he's got a shot against the right-hander. 80, and that ball is a deep fly ball to right field. It's going to be caught. So Jackson gave that one a little bit of a ride, but not deep enough, and the Yankees are retired in the first. No hits, no runs, no error, 1 left, and Dodgers facing Catfish Hunter. And Davey Lopes, 17, that's going to be contact, and that will come off of Hunter's card. 86, that'll be a fly out to right field, 1 down. Contact again off of Hunter's card. And 62 on the result will be a pop fly to shortstop as Russell is retired. Bucky Dent puts that away, 2 down. Reggie Smith batting left-handed. And 0-4, and that is going to be a base on balls. So both pitchers with a first inning walk, and Steve Garvey, the Dodgers cleanup hitter, steps in. 35 and gets the right-hander, struck him out. So no hits, no runs, no errors for the Dodgers. They too get a walk and leave a man. We're heading to the second, no score. Lou Piniella up, sweet Lou. 65, and that will be contact off of Sutton's card. 15 against the righty is ground ball down to shortstop, which Russell takes care of, 1 down. Greg Nettles a batter. And 54, that will be contact, and that's going to be off of Nettles' card. Nettles kind of been quiet in this series. 65, and Nettles, that's going to be a double down the right field line. So Nettles is in scoring position, as often happens. You say someone's not doing good, they come through with a big hit, 1 down. Spencer up. 37 against the right-hander, struck him out. So Spencer goes down swinging. And Randolph, 2-out contact here, will get a run home. And that is going to be contact, but it's going to come off of Sutton's card. Randolph 1-9, Sutton -2. So 61, and Randolph pops it up to shortstop. Russell puts that away. So the Yankees get a hit, but leave the first run of the game at second base, heading to the bottom of the second, no score. Penguin Ron Say up against Catfish Hunter, 22. It's going to be contact off of Say's card. And 8 against the right-hander. That's going to be a sharp single into left field. So the Dodgers have their first hit of the game as Dusty Baker steps in. 72 will be contact off Hunter's card. And 16, that's going to be a ground ball down to shortstop. And 14, not in range for a double play. That'll be a fielder's choice. So 6-4, Say is erased, and 1 down. Dusty Baker at first now for Rick Monday. And a left-handed batter, this will be a defensive check off of Hunter's card on contact. 29, and that's going to be a ground ball down to second base, 15. And that will be an error check. So Yankee second baseman Willie Randolph, he has an error rating of 4. And 6, he makes the play, so that will be a double play, and inning is over. All right, so the Yankees dodge a potential bullet there, as errors have hurt them in this series, led to some big innings for the Dodgers. 88, that'll be contact, and that will come off of Sutton's card. Bucky Dent up. 67, and 67 is a fly out to left field, so 1 down. As the Yankees are back to the top of the order here in the top of the 3rd inning. And Mickey Rivers up, 45 versus the right-hander. That'll be contact, and that will be off Sutton's card. 10 versus a lefty, ground ball down to shortstop. Russell over to Garvey, 2 down. 75 contact, that's going to come off of Roy White's card, and White hitting left-handed. 42 and ground ball down to second base, so 3 up, 3 down, go the Yanks in the 3rd. And we head to the bottom of the frame, still no score. 65, Joe Ferguson will get contact on his card, 0-3, and it's going to be a ground ball back to Hunter. So Catfish takes care of Joe, and 1 away, Vic Davalillo, designated hitter for this one. 91, this will be another defensive check off of Hunter's card. So 67, a left-handed batter, and that is going to be a fly ball to left field. 5 is going to be a range play. So in left field, Roy White has a range of 4. And he does not make it. Can't run down a looping fly. Single, runners advance 2. No runners on, so Davalillo has a base hit. And back to the top of the order. Davey Loaf steps in 11, and 11 is going to be contact, and that will come off of Hunter's card. 7 and ground ball down to third base. 1, that's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. So Catfish Hunter getting some friendly bounces in the infield. 2 double plays now for the Yankees, and we head to the top of the 4th. Still no score on this one as Thurman Munson digs in. 47, that'll be contact off of Munson's card against the right-hander Sutton. And 0-4 and a single to left field for Munson. So the Yankees get something going in the 4th, their second hit of the ball game. Reggie Jackson up, and the crowd looking for something big from Mr. October. 14 against the right-hander. That is going to be contact, but it'll come off Reggie's card, so he has another shot. 0-9, and against the right-hander, 9 is going to be a single into center field. 19, and that'll be... Oh, sorry. First to third, single into center field. And 19 will be a runner advance 2, so Munson goes over to third. Sweet Lou Piniella up, nobody out, and that'll be 8. 20, and that is going to be contact. And 8, Piniella versus right-hander, 1-11, -2, 1-9. It's going to come off of Pinella's card. So the Yankees with an opportunity. 58 versus the right-hander, and Piniella has a double. And 11, that's going to be coach's choice on whether or not Jackson is going to try and score. He has a run rating of 6. And in left field for the Dodgers, arm of 0, no outs, he's going to try it. So in to score is Munson. Jackson needs 6 or less to be safe. Here comes the throw, and he's gunned down at the plate. So a potentially costly base running error, 7-2 on the putout, and a double. For Sweet Lou Piniella. Yankees lead 1-0, 1 out. Runner on second base, probably should have played that safe. 25, that's going to be contact. It'll come off of Nettles' card, especially if Nettles gets something done here. 13, and 13, that is going to be a single to center, and 16 is going to bring the run home from second base. So that would have plated 2 runs if Jackson hadn't been thrown out at the plate, but oh well. Yankees lead this 2-0, and there is still only 1 out. Jim Spencer up 0-3, and that is going to be left-handed batter, no adjustment, 2 walks. That will be a base on ball. So runners on first and second, and the Yankees threatening a big inning, and the Dodgers are actually going to get busy in the bullpen. And Mike Garman, actually Bobby Castillo, is going to start to warm up down there. Willie Randolph steps in, still only 1 out. 45, that's going to be contact off of Sutton's card. So Don needs something big here against the right-hander, pops him up, and Ferguson in front of the plate takes care of that. 2 down, runners hold on first and second. So Bucky Dent looking to be a hero here early. 46, contact off of Sutton's card. And 0-9, ground ball down to Say, and inning is over. So Sutton gives up 4 hits. Fortunate to get out of the inning with only 2 runs allowed, but the Yankees, as we head to the bottom of the 4th, have jumped out to a 2-0 lead. And on that coach's choice, there's also an option in the game where if it falls in that range in between, batter's card here, in between a 1 and 2 base advance, there's an option that you have to try and run, and then it just becomes a runner against fielder. So, or again, you can make a choice either way. So 0-5 as Bill Russell steps up, and Russell does not draw a lot of walks, so that'll be contact off of Hunter's card. And 98, that will be Wild. Not applicable with no runners on base. We'll roll it again. 23. And again, contact off Hunter's card. 49 on this one, and that's going to be a double. So Hunter, the rare double off his card, and the Dodgers looking to get back in this. As Bill Russell gets him started here in the 4th inning. Runner on second base, Reggie Smith up, hitting left-handed. 24 will be contact off Hunter's card. And 55, and that is going to be a pop fly to first base. Jim Spencer camps under that. Pulls it in behind the bag. Back to second goes Bill Russell, 1 down. Steve Garvey up. 43, and Garvey against right-handers. Sutton or Hunter is a +6 to Ks. That'll be a strikeout. So 2 down. Ron Say up, and Hunter looking to get out of this after the leadoff double. 41, and Say against right-handers, and struck him out as well. So no adjustment, so that was right on the edge of, I'm sorry, +6 for right-handers would have been a strikeout regardless. So Catfish Hunter comes back big after the leadoff double by Russell, and we head to the 5th inning. Yankees lead this 2-0, trying to force a Game 7, which did not occur in real life, of course. 79, contact off a Rivers card. And 76, and it's going to be a fly out to center field, 1 down. Roy White up, hitting left-handed, and 90. This will be a defensive check off of Sutton's card. So the result, 41 for the left-hander, is going to be a ground ball down to second base, 12. And that is going to be an error check. So Lopes, an error rating of 0 to 4, and makes the play. So bobbles it, whips it across the diamond, and gets White just in time. So 2 down for Thurman Munson. And 30, struck him out. So 3 up, 3 down. Sutton bounces back after a rough 4th, and we head to the bottom of the 5th frame. New York leads LA 2-0 in Game 6 of this 1978 World Series replay. 78 is going to be contact off of Hunter's card. And 70 against the right-hander, fly ball to left field. Roy White takes care of that, 1 down. Rick Monday up. 62, and that was going to be contact. Monday against a right-hander. That's going to be off of his card. And 30, and Monday drives a hard single into right field, so the Dodgers have their 4th hit of the ball game and another base runner. They've had a base runner in each of the first 5 innings now. But some timely defense has kept them off the board. 15 to Joe Ferguson. And against right-handers, no adjustment there, so it'll be contact off of Hunter's card. 54 against the right-hander, then it's going to be a pop fly to third base. So 2 down as Daisy cheers on the Yankees to get out of this inning. 47, and 47 will be contact off Davalillo's card. And Slick Vic, he has driven a single into right field, and that's going to get Rick Monday over to third. So the Dodgers, Davalillo's 2nd hit of the ball game, and the Dodgers 1st and 3rd, 2 outs, and Davey Lopes going to try and get them on the board. 0-3, Lopes draws a base on ball, so the sacks are loaded now. And that brings up Bill Russell. So Hunter in a little bit of a pickle here. Bill Russell steps in. 21, it's going to be contact off Russell's card. This could be bad. Swings. And 12, that is a single into left field. The runners advance 2. So coming in to score is Rick Monday, Vic Davalillo, and we are tied at 2. Over to third goes Lopes, a big 2 RBI single by Bill Russell. So the Dodgers have fought back to knot this up, and now the Yankees are going to get some action going down in the bullpen. 49 and 49 for Reggie Smith, and that's going to be contact off of his card. 97, and 97 is deep, and that ball is gone. Catfish Hunter does not take away home runs. So a 3-run blast by Reggie Smith, who's going to be the MVP of this World Series. And the Dodgers take a 5-2 lead. So a dreaded turn of events if you're a Yankees fan here in the bottom of the 5th, and Dodger Stadium is going nuts. And that is Catfish Hunter's 5th run allowed, so he is going to be without his stuff will be gone now. So we'll be back with the pitching change. Actually, Hunter has to face one more batter. Game rules, you have to face 2 batters after warm-up. So Ken Clay is ready to come in, but Hunter now faces Steve Garvey with fatigue modifiers. It is going to be contact, and that will still come off of Hunter's card, so he dodges a bullet there. And 86, and it's going to be a fly out to right field. So 2 down. Actually, that is 3 down, sorry. So the side is retired. Hunter will be gone after 5 innings. Steve Garvey to fly out to end the 5th. But the Dodgers come up big. A 3-run blast by Reggie Smith, and that follows a 2-run single by Bill Russell. So the Dodgers 4 hits, 5 runs, a walk, nobody left. We head to the 6th inning, and the Dodgers lead this 5-2 now. Catfish Hunter, his day is done. Went 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. Walked 2 and struck out 3. And that home run was huge. So Don Sutton faces Reggie Jackson. He has a lead for the first time in this ball game. 17, that's going to be contact off Jackson's card. Reggie, 89, can he come up big? And that is a deep drive, and 8 on the 1D20. It's gone. Reggie Jackson. Could have used that earlier, but it draws the Yankees closer. 5-3 the score now as Sweet Lou Piniella steps in. And in the Dodgers bullpen, Mike Garman is ready to go if needed. We'll see how much longer Sutton's leash is. 0-1, that's going to be a base on balls. Might not be much longer here. Greg Nettle steps in. Runner on first, 0-9. And against the left-hander, no adjustment, will be contact off of Sutton's card. 35 versus a left-hander, and it's going to be a ground ball down to shortstop. 15 will be a fielder's choice on the 1D20. So Nettles at first base, 1 down for Jim Spencer, yet another left-handed hitter. 51. And that'll be contact off of Spencer's card. Spencer takes a whack and drives that into center field. That'll be station to station on the advancement. And that is going to be it for Don Sutton. We'll have another pitching change. Mike Garman's going to be asked to hold this lead for the Dodgers. And Sutton, he goes 5 1/3 innings, gives up 7 hits, 3 runs all earned at this point, walks 3, strikes out 2. And gives up his own home run to Reggie. 97, and this is going to be a ballpark modification. Contact will come off of Garman's card against the right-hander. 87, and that is going to be a fly ball. So for Dodger Stadium, right-handers on a fly out. 1-17 remains as is, so 2 down. And Bucky Dent up. Dent has not done much thus far. 81. Contact will be off of Garman's card. And 0-9, and it's going to be a ground ball down to Say, and Garman comes in and shuts the Yankees down. So a leadoff home run by Reg. And that's it. 2 hits, 1 run. No errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-3, Dodgers lead. Ken Clay facing Ron Say now, on for the Yankees in relief of Catfish Hunter, who had a very rough 5th inning, got shellacked. Contact off of Say's card, and 99, and that is a deep fly ball, and Clay does not have an adjustment for a deep fly, and that's the fly with the double plus sign. Pitchers can turn that into a home run if they give up a high amount of home runs. Clay does not, so that's just going to be a long loud out. And Say is retired. Dusty Baker up, 1 down. 64, contact off of Clay's card against the right-handed batter. 88, and 88 will be a hit by pitch. So Baker trots down to first base, and Rick Monday up. Rick Monday has singled and grounded into a double play. 0-5, and Monday against the right-hander. And plus to +5 walk modifier, so Monday is going to draw the base on balls. And the Dodgers first and second, one out here in the 6th. And this is not boding well for the Yankees. Ferguson up against the right-hander and struck him out. So a big out by Clay. That brings up Vic Davalillo, and Davalillo, he has singled twice in this game and scored a run. 0-5, and Davalillo against the right-hander. And he's going to draw base on balls with Clay's modifier of +5 to left-handed batter, so the bases are loaded without the benefit of a hit. And back to the top of the order for Davey Lopes. And in the Yankees bullpen, Raleigh Eastwick, who has been overworked in this series, 96. And that is going to be a ballpark modification. And it will come off of Lopes' card. So this could very well be a defining moment of the ball game here, folks. 11 is the result, and that is going to be a single to left field. Dodger Stadium single, and that is going to remain as is. So single and 1, runners advance 1 base with an option to try for a second with 2 outs, and they're just going to go station to station, as that is a good insurance run. 6-3 Dodgers. And it brings up Bill Russell, and Russell 2 for 3, double and a single, 2 RBIs in this one, and Clay 39. And just missed a strikeout. It'll be contact off of Clay's card. 62 versus right-hander, pops him up. And Bucky Dent goes back in the outfield, calls for that, and the inning is over. But the Dodgers get another run on a hit, 2 walks, and a hit batsman. And we go to the top of the 7th inning. Raleigh Eastwick up in the pen for the Yankees. Dodgers lead this 6-3. And Charlie Huff is beginning to loosen up for the Dodgers. 73 is going to be contact and Rivers. Garman versus left-handers, a 0 contact modifier, so 10 contact will come off of Rivers' card. And that might help the Yankees get back into this. 35 against the right-hander, and Rivers drives a single into right field. Ferguson behind the plate, and they're not going to try and steal. Not yet. 32, and White, swing and a miss, struck him out. So White, hold on. Left-hander is a -4, and White versus a right-hander. 33, just struck him out. Not what the doctor ordered there, as Thurman Munson steps in. And 95, and 95 is going to be a defensive check, and it'll come off of Garman's card. 42 against the right-hander, and that'll be a ground ball down to second base. 5 on an infield ground ball will be a range check. So Lopes has good range. He is a 6. And 7, he can't get to it. Single, runners advance 1 base, can attempt to advance 2. And Rivers, he's going to go for it, actually. And he needs a roll of 7, no arm adjustment. Now, actually, Rick Monday is a +1, so 8 or less, and Rivers is safe, and you've got to be kidding me. Jesus Christ. Gunned down at third base on a roll of 9, the only roll that could get him out. So this might not be the Yankees' year, as a single by Munson goes for naught. And Reggie Jackson up. 40, and Reggie -4 to strikeouts for Garman, which is good. That puts it at a 39, so it'll be contact. And 13 will come off Reggie's card. So that's got to be a good omen, right? And 97, and that is a deep drive, and Reggie has his second home run of the game. Would have tied it if Rivers would have held up at third. Wow, Jackson keeping the Yankees in single-handedly. A 2-run shot by Mr. October. And that played out the only really way it could. Again, the initial roll, it would have been a strikeout. Even if Garman was a 0, it would have been a strikeout. But his -4 took it to 30 to 39 for Reggie's strikeout rating. And then again, 13, 1 to 13 contact. No contact modifier. So maybe the baseball gods are still in New York's corner as they cut the lead to 6 to 5. And this is going to be the last batter that Garman's going to face. Sweet Lou Piniella, 18. Contact coming off Garman's card. And 60, and that is going to be a pop fly to shortstop. Had a lot of pop-ups in this game, a little unusual. So that ends the inning, but 3 hits, 2 runs for the Yankees. Mr. October has cut the deficit to a single run, and the Dodgers will have a new pitcher when the Yankees come up in the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. LA 6, New York 5. Right, so 7th inning stretch time, and this has turned into another exciting game. On the mound now for the Yankees is Raleigh Eastwick. He's been used a lot in this World Series, but has been effective. Batting left-handed, Reggie Smith, 14. It's going to be contact off of Eastwick's card. And 88 versus the left-hander. That's a fly ball to right field, 1 down. And Eastwick absolutely has to keep the Dodgers at bay. Charlie Huff will be on for the Dodgers in the 8th inning to pitch. And Terry Forster loosening up in the bullpen, 63. And 12, that'll be contact off of Eastwick's card. Steve Garvey, the batter, 34. And it's going to be a ground ball down to second base. Randolph takes care of that. 2 outs. So Eastwick has done a great job in relief for the Yankees this entire series. 87 will be contact. This will come off Say's card. And 35, Say, ground ball down to shortstop. Bucky Dent takes care of that. 3 up, 3 down. The first time the Dodgers have been retired as such in the ball game. So we head to the top of the 8th inning, 6-5, LA with the lead. And Charlie Huff to face Greg Nettles, 96, and that is going to be park adjustment, and 6, it'll come off of Nettles' card. So Nettles versus a right-hander, 39, that is going to be a single and an 8. Single by a left-handed batter. That stays as is. Single to right for Nettles. So the Yankees in business here in the 8th inning. They will not go away as Jim Spencer steps in. Another left-handed batter is 0-9 against the righty, and that will be +6 is Charlie Huff's walk modifier. So that's going to be base on balls. So walks have definitely played a part in this game. Willie Randolph is up. First and second, he has a hit and run rating of 6. Do we want to get ballsy? No. We're going to try and bunt instead. So the bunt is on. And 13, that's going to be a bunt down to first base, and that is successful. So runners over second to third. 1-3 on the put-out sacrifice hit for Randolph. 1 down, Bucky Dent up. And the tying run, 90 feet away. Huff kicks, delivers, 63. Contact off of Huff's card. And double zeros, we're going to have an event, and 19 is actually a potential injury to the pitcher off the event chart. Huff's injury rating is a 3, and he is done. So Charlie Huff lasts a third of an inning, gives up a walk and a hit, and he is on the hook here. We'll bring in Terry Forster, who was loosening up for the Dodgers. And Forster is the closer, so he's going to be asked to go an inning and 2/3 here. Bucky Dent still at the dish, facing the left-hander, 55, and against right-handers, -2 contact or contact modifier, so it's going to be contact off of Forster's card as Dent, not a good hitter. 59, and pops him up, and that is huge. A pop up to third base, and Dent. All you have to do is drive one into the outfield, and Forster on the verge of getting out of this. Lefty-lefty matchup does not favor Mickey Rivers, but contact is going to come off of Rivers' card. 61 is the contact roll. 72 versus a left-hander, and Rivers, and that is a fly ball to center field, and Monday is going to pull it in routine. So the Yankees get a hit and a walk, but cannot make any hay, and they are 3 outs away from losing the 1978 World Series as Raleigh Eastwick faces Dusty Baker on the mound for his second inning. 30 struck him out. We know a roll of 30 is always going to be a strikeout. 66, and that'll be contact off of Monday's card. Monday against the right-handed batter, and it's going to be a single into right field, so the Dodgers might not be done yet. As Joe Ferguson steps in, getting the catching start today for Steve Yeager. 45, that'll be contact off of Eastwick's card. And 31, and that's going to be a single to center field. 3 on the 1D20 is a one-base advance, so Eastwick does not get the job done there as Vic Davalillo up. And Davalillo versus right-handers. That's going to be contact off of Davalillo's card. So he can blow this one open for the Dodgers. 98, that's a drive, and F++. And versus left-handers, Eastwick turns that into a home run on a roll of 7 or less on the 1D20. It is gone. So Vic Davalillo, a 3-run blast, and that is pretty much going to do it. So history will not repeat itself, and Dodger fans are delirious. They now lead this game 9-5, and it is all but over. Eastwick, he has given up 3 runs, so he still has his stuff. He's only faced 7 batters. So he'll try and get out of this kind of inconsequential at this point. 8, and Lopes. It's going to be contact off of Eastwick's card with the adjustment. And 87. And a fly out to right field, opposite field for Lopes. And inning is over. I'm sorry, that's only 2 outs. Never mind. I wish the inning was over. 76, and that'll be contact off Russell's card. Russell has been a pain in the Yankees side today. 70 versus the right-hander, and fly ball to left field. Roy White takes care of that, and now the inning is over. But the Dodgers get 3 big runs on a 3-run blast by Vic Davalillo that Raleigh Eastwick, because he gives up the gopher ball, assisted with his F8++ adjustment. There you see a good first example and a good example of how that works, how pitchers that are prone to give up the gopher ball can hurt you. Roy White hitting right-handed against Forster at 92. Be a defensive check off of Forster's card. 78 versus the right-hander. That's going to be a fly ball into center field, and 7. And that is going to be a range check. So Rick Monday out there in center field, he has a range of 3, not very adept, but he gets to that on a roll of 2. So everything going the Dodgers' way, and they are now 2 outs away from hoisting the 1978 championship trophy. 73 to Thurman Munson. And it gets the right-hander -2. That's going to be contact off of Munson's card. 42, trying to keep the Yankees alive, and Munson singles back up the middle. So the Yankees on life support as Mr. October steps up. Not a good matchup for Reggie. 30 to 49 strikeout range against lefties, and Forster's modifier increases that to 61. Struck him out as planned. So this is it. Lou Piniella, last hope for the Yankees, 44. And against right-handers, Forster is a +9 strikeout, so just gets his bat on that. Contact off of Forster's card, 61. And that is going to do it, folks. A pop-up and another pop-up, this one to Bill Russell as well. Had like 4 or 5 pop-ups today, again, which is very rare, but that is the ball game. So the Yankees, unlike real life, fall short here, losing the final Game 6 to the Dodgers in Los Angeles 9-5, and the Dodgers are your 1978 World Champions. So our final line score for the Yankees, 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The Dodgers, 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors. The big blast in this, of course, was a pair of 3-run home runs. One by Reggie Smith in the 5th inning for the Dodgers. One by Vic Davalillo in the 8th inning to cement it. Kind of took the role of Reggie in the real-life series. In terms of Reggie himself, he definitely did his part. He was 3 for 5 on the day. A single, a pair of home runs, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and a strikeout. So Mr. October did his part. His teammates let him down, however. And the Dodgers win the 1978 World Series 4-2. We hope that you have enjoyed this Glory Days Baseball 1978 World Series replay. Again, if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. And I will do a recap with the final stats and my thoughts on the replay and the World Series in general. So, player of the game in this one, I'm going to go with Vic Davalillo. He, in his first start of the series at designated hitter spot, as he did in real life, he was 3 for 3, 2 singles, a home run, and a walk. Had 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs, all coming in the 8th inning to break open a close game, 6-5, and put it on ice for the Dodgers. So Vic Davalillo, the Game 6 player of the game. And the win in this one goes to Don Sutton. Catfish Hunter takes the loss. And until next time, keep swinging for the fences. Remember to please support the friends of the channel. And have a great day, everyone.